Go.
Love it. I love
Evening. I'm so sorry, guys. Massive delays. Big apology to everybody who's been waiting to join us, and sorry to Matt, Cookie, and Guy as well for holding everybody up. But welcome to Hold the Line, the survival run, Tottenham Hotspur's relegation battle. You know, going to get into it tonight. So just welcoming the guests, and let's start off with Matt to my left. How you doing, Matt? How you been, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, Dan. I'm good, and I kind of, for some reason, I'm watching the West Ham match at 3:00, and I'm kicking every ball.
You like it?
How is that? How is that a thing? I'm watching West Ham. This is what we've come to. Shocking.
Cheers, mate, for joining us tonight. And Matt's going to help me run the show tonight because I might be called away now and then. So Matt and Cookie and Guy, they're all going to help if I need to pop away for a bit. But look, hopefully we'll have a good show. Big up to everyone in the chat. Smash the like, subscribe if you're new and all of that. Cookie, mate, how are you doing? How are you?
Evening, everyone. Evening, chat. Evening, Guy. Evening, Matt. How are you, Dan? Yeah, all good, mate. We're all good, mate.
You know how it is. Spurs YouTube at the moment, mate.
That's it, mate. It's got to be done, isn't it? Breakfast brunch, 9:30 tomorrow morning, just to let you all know. All right, there you go.
There you go. Cheers,
all
mate,
good,
for
Dan.
coming
all
on.
Good, mate. Thanks for inviting me. Appreciate it.
All right. And Guy, mate, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. I was at physio for 3 hours, which is fun. Always fun. People touching your feet, which is not something I like.
Oh.
And I tried to record a preview video for the upcoming game. Didn't have the energy. You said, "Oh, do you want to come on?" I was like, "Well, I might as well do it here." You know how it does. You might as well. Let's just talk about the shit show that is our club and how we're watching other games, praying and just hoping that West Ham get no bloody points and Forest burn themselves to death. And it's dark times to be a Spurs fan, isn't it? Dark times. We've got good merch. But the points on the field ain't good, are they?
Cheers, mate. Thank you for coming on, mate. Honestly, you're killing me, mate. You're killing me. Oh, dear. Look, before we say a few hellos in the chat, let's just talk a little bit about what this show is going to be about. I'm going to probably try and do quite a few of these before the end of the season. Hold the line.
Relegation watch.
Yeah, well, it's hold the line. It's a military phrase, right? Doesn't mean everything is fine. It means survival discipline. It means not retreating, not collapsing, and not turning on each other under immense pressure. For Tottenham Hotspur right now, it means staying in the league at all costs. Yes, we can be furious with the ownership, but right now we must stay up first. And I'm sure the majority of the fan base wants Spurs to remain in the Premier League. Of course, ENIC let us down massively over the years, and everything has caught up with them this season. But we don't want to drop down, man. We don't want to, just for the banter reasons aside.
No offense. This champion, because you know where I live. I live like in southeast London, right? So I've got the Den, I've got the Valley. Doesn't mean I want to go there for away days, mate. Doesn't mean I want to go there for away days.
Exactly. Look, let's just big up to people in the chat because people have been waiting. Big up to Mark. Evening to you, mate. Hope you're good. We got Aussie Ange in the chat, ready to give us some shit as he normally does. Evening to you. Big up to KR4CH 695. Big up everyone. Evening to you. He's getting a bit impatient. Let's start then. Yeah, apologies. Then we've got a security 848. Dan is in makeup. Killing me.
Oh, man. Yeah, he had to do his hair and makeup before the stream. It's called being a dad.
Yeah, it's hard,
he
man.
did the dad special.
It's hard, yeah. It is hard, but I will do my best, and hopefully these guys will yeah, help me along tonight if I do need to kind of disappear for a little bit. But big up to you, security. Who else we got in here? Mark saying fantastic lineup. Thank you, mate. Rob Plant, evening. Then we've got Nanny and Grandad. Oh, I think I know who that is. Evening to you. Giant Pandas in the house. Will Lancashire has put his case forward to start for us in the Championship next season. The banter has started already. Brilliant. Yep. Scott Evans in the house. Another week where our relegation rivals again show us that we're shit, and they will keep us up. That's where we're going to start.
It's weird. They're playing better football than us because you guys were talking backstage while I was listening. I watched the Liverpool and West Ham game, and I also watched the Leeds versus Man City game. The Leeds versus Man City game was a good game to watch. And I'm looking at these games going, they actually play better football than us.
Guy,
they really do.
Hold that, guy, because we're gonna be going over some of that in a minute.
Oh yeah.
Big up to Scott. Big up to Ghosted as well. Big up, gents.
Ghosted.
Thank you for all being here.
Mahoney, he only lives about 20 minutes away from me.
Look, let's start off with them results today. Let me get them up on the screen and we can go over them. I'm sure you've been all looking at it today and seeing what's going on. Let's get those results up now on the screen and have a little look. I think it's this one. Is it this one? Nope, not that one. Hold on a second. Dan not getting organised. I don't know. I thought I had it. I thought I had the results. Yeah, I've lost it. It's typical, isn't it? Typical. But anyway, we know the results, right?
Yeah, we know the results.
We know the results. So the key ones today was Leeds. Was it a narrow defeat, wasn't it? 1-0.
Yeah. And they played really good football. In the first 5-10 minutes, I thought Leeds were going to score, mate. I thought the Arsenal fans were going to go into like crazy mode for that one.
Calvin Lewin, didn't he? He missed it, didn't he?
He missed the sitter. He missed a very similar goal that Semenyo put in the back of the net, to be honest. It was a great cross in. Just couldn't capitalize on the amazing cross.
And then we got, what else we had today? Bournemouth 1-1, Sunderland. Burnley, what a game that was, eh? Losing at home 4-3, guys, to Brentford.
Yep.
And then obviously the most important one, which is West Ham losing 5-2. The other results today, Newcastle losing at home to Everton.
I know someone that lost. Well, they didn't lose, but if Newcastle have won, their ACCA would have given them 2.5 grand, like 2.5 grand he lost just because Newcastle couldn't do the business. So that's what happens when you play stupid games, win stupid prizes. But yeah, no, I think the games today showed us that, for me, because I watched most of them, right? So I watched the Liverpool game, I watched the Man City game, and I was dipping in and out of the other games because I might have been down the pub, But it's just shocking to see that these other teams are just these were entertaining football matches. Are we agreement in this?
I don't know if I am, mate, because my afternoon has consisted of being up the allotment and looking after grandkids all afternoon. So I ain't seen no football whatsoever, nothing. So I can't comment on none of this.
Well, big man upstairs, you lead the charge because you were talking backstage about it, and I was thinking, you know what?
Crack on, Matt. Go far away, mate.
Come on, chat your ish.
Go on, Matt.
Matt's frozen.
Yeah. Matt's frozen. There's no ish.
Sorry.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Sorry, I missed that. What was the question?
The question was, what's your thoughts on today's games, considering you watched some of them?
To be honest with you, I think all the teams look like there's a cohesion. They look like they're actually playing for each other, and they look a serious threat. And I'd actually say that we may just survive by the skin of our teeth. But I think had these teams had another month of football, I think we would be in the bottom three. I think that 5 point, 4 point gap that we've got might just be enough to kind of take us home. But I was saying to Cookie in the green room that I watch all these teams. I watched Wolves last night. You know, they're playing, they're fighting. Fair enough, they're probably mathematically relegated, but Wolves look like they've got something about them. I watched them against Arsenal. They look like they've got something about them. They look like the ball comes into the box. They've got players trying to get on the end of it. We, on the form guide, in our pattern of play, the confidence, we look the worst team in the Premier League at the
Even on the eye
moment.
test, mate.
At the moment.
Even on the eye test. We fall asleep watching Spurs. I watched Leeds versus Man City. That was a good game. Good teams. You know, and I watched Spurs and I'm like, why can't we play as well as they do? We seem like a complete hot mess compared to those teams.
Guy, we've sacked Frank, right? We've got rid of Frank. He weren't no good, right? So we've got in this new guy here, right? He's had one game against Arsenal, which was a wake-up call for him, you know, and we're going to go over what he said in his press conference. But back to Matt. Sorry, mate. Did you want to say anything else about the games today?
Just basically, I just think that if I was any of the other managers, if I could pick a team to play, I'd want to play Tottenham at the moment because, as I say, all the others look like they've got a little bit of fight. Even if they go 1-0 down, they look like they've got something about them. Once we concede, yes, we came back and it was 1-1 at half time against Arsenal, but over a period of games in the last 6 weeks, once we concede, the game's done. We don't ever look like we're coming back in football matches. So I just hope, I was saying to Cookie before we started, that law of averages, we're due a performance. You know, we cannot continue to play that bad. We have to have some sort of a resurgence, and whether it's a new manager bounce or the players that had the arse with Frank, maybe they might get a kind of a new lease of life under Tudor. And I would also say that, as much as I hate to say this, and half of my family are Arsenal fans, they're the best team in the Premier League. So I think once we get over the initial hurt, if we play Arsenal 10 times, we probably lose 9. So I'm hoping tomorrow, March the 1st, our season starts March the 1st. That's the optimistic.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about it, guys. We're going to talk about the Fulham match. Look, I've got the league table up, so let's bring that up. Big up to a few people in the chat. Big up to Jordan. How you doing, man? Anybody else there? Let's have a little look, see if I've missed anyone.
Scotty
Rob,
too hotty.
Scotty too hotty, and Rob, big up to you,
That's
mate.
A wrestling name. That's a wrestling name.
Yeah, do you remember back in the day?
Yeah, the worm, bro. The worm, bro.
Right, let's get that league table up. Let's get it up. Let's have a look at it. See how it's affected us today. So, Forest didn't play, did they? They must be playing tomorrow. Leeds, we can catch them, can't we, tomorrow, right? What's that? If we get a win, we can go above them.
Yeah.
And then we've got West Ham, who didn't gain any points on us today, so they're going to.
We are so optimistic. We are so optimistic. We just went,
What other results affected us today in terms of Bournemouth are well away from us at the moment, aren't they? They're 10 points clear.
Yeah.
Sunderland are 8 points above us. Newcastle
are falling like a stone, but they'll be all right.
They're 7 points. 7 points behind us. So really, not a lot has changed in that table. The only possibility now, we can gain some points on Leeds tomorrow. Anyone want to say anything about that table?
We're just comments on the table. We're also looking at Crystal Palace because they look like they look like they're imploding because their football right now is not good. And there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes with them because I've got a couple of Crystal Palace fans because I live in Southeast London, right? So there's a lot of Palace fans near me, and they're all saying that their road going forward. They're kind of, because obviously they're in the Conference League, right? So they're kind of like us last season. They kind of they are all just focusing on the Conference League. They want that trophy, which fair play. You know what? We did it last year with the Europa, right? We did it last year with the Europa. But yeah, I don't have much faith in Crystal Palace winning many games because they just feel like they're a team that have down tools. And I'm not using this is not my perspective. This is from Crystal Palace fans. A lot of Crystal Palace fans are saying that their team is down tools. So, but we've got them at home and we know what our home form is like, boys and girls, don't we? We know what our home form's like.
Yeah.
So, and also we know Dr. Tottenham's always there.
Yeah. Look. Yeah, we've got to see what this Tudor guy does, right? We've got to give him some games, yeah, because obviously if we're looking at prediction, we all think we're just going to lose, but we've got a new man at the helm now. And I think what we're going to move on to is his comments on Friday in the presser, which he said some, I guess you guys have all seen it. I'm going to read some of it out and then we're going to kind of go into it a little bit because I'm sure I think there's a few digs in there, right? Guys,
oh yeah, there's some digs in there, bro.
So look, let me just read some of the key points, and then we're going to break it down. What's that? Yeah. So he's basically warned this Tottenham squad that he does not care whatever he like. His shocking awe approach has challenged his young players not to cry. I put some runs without the ball. Never players like runs without the ball, so we put some runs without the balls into sessions. But it's at a moment where there's no time to think too much about what anybody doesn't like. And the best thing is that they understand this. So they gave me their availability to do these things. Physicality, I believe. We are not in an amazing situation. They have played a lot of games in the last period without lots of players available. And it meant the physicality, the physical condition of the team has dropped down. So we need to use this period where we don't play the games to put some petrol into the engine. So the engine starts to work better. They are fatigued. To do the pressure high, you need to be fit, but all of them. Because if someone is not in the right shape, there is a problem because someone is coming late. So. Sorry, Guy, go on.
Yeah, I was about to say, did he just call our team a bunch of lazy sods?
Well, this is what it is. I've got a question. So the first question of the evening is this squad mentally and physically fatigued? And why is, if this squad is mentally and physically fatigued, why is Tudor introducing high intensity running now? And take that one away.
All right. So everyone on this panel has kicked some ball, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone on this panel. I'm going through recovery because I have an injury, right? But here we go, right? So if I can't run, so what I do is hours on a bike to keep the fitness level to match sharpness. We have seen, even with the Arsenal game with Pat Matsar, just couldn't keep up. We look at Mickey van der Ven as our fastest or most paciest player. We are seeing that these players do not do recovery runs. They don't. On general averages. Is this kind of training going to enforce more injuries? I don't know, but I'm telling you now, it's just I'm seeing like the games that I watch, right? And I also watch Championship as well because my local is Charlton. I'm seeing the players at Spurs just don't look like they're putting in effort, and we've been saying that, right? We even said that all season. They're not putting in the effort. And here's the thing with Tudor's remarks: maybe they're putting in the effort, but they don't have the effort to put in. Is that something? Is that something? Their general fitness is so low that they just actually cannot do the recovery runs. Like, maybe that's the thing.
You've got to shut the club down, then, haven't you? What are we doing here? What
Go
are we
on,
doing
Cookie.
here? What are we
Go on,
doing here?
Cookie.
What are we doing here?
I
Cookie,
did
go
do
for
Doing
it.
here
Yeah,
at the beginning of March, and we're talking about players not being fit.
yeah.
Madness, absolute madness.
Do you believe it, Cookie?
We'll find out, won't we? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't believe, you know, Matt was saying beforehand, you know, about Frank and Cochrane.
Yeah.
Perhaps they weren't in charge, Dan. Perhaps they weren't in charge. Perhaps the players were in charge.
That's unbelievable, if that's true.
It's a possibility, isn't it? It's a possibility. I'm not talking about all the players, but perhaps what I'm saying is, you know, the comments that Romero made, I've heard different bits and pieces that what we're feeling about the board, and all their false promises and all that there's certain players in the squad that have been given promises, you know, in their contracts as well, and it's not forthcoming. So I've heard there's players that are not happy in the camp, Dan, you know, on that front. Whether that goes to not putting in enough effort or not, it is a different ball game. But yeah, that's just
there's a lot coming out that I've heard as well the last few days. A lot coming out. Nothing that I don't think is not true. I do believe it. But let's go to Matt. What's your thoughts on that? What the Tudor is, you know, it's basically saying these players are not fit. What's going on, Matt?
Yeah. So for me, you've got two completely different styles of management. So Frank was pretty much a pragmatic, compact, distances style of manager. So he wasn't all about this full court press and getting in people's faces and you go 1v1 all over the pitch. He wasn't about that too often. He was more about being hard to beat, being very solid, and in a transition, that's when you attack. Tudor's come in, who's more Pochettino, a little bit like Ange, where he wants people to go 1v1, leave people 1v1 and press from the front. The next question is, who presses from the front? The best presser from the front is Solanke. Solanke's played 5 games this season, has he? So that's the first problem. Richarlison doesn't press as much. Then you've had a mixture of Muani, doesn't press as much. So this idea about if one player is late on the press, the team get out. And after a period of time, if one player is late on the press and they get through us, human nature players go, well, I ain't doing that again. I've just had to run 40 yards. So they play within themselves. So just reading between the lines I think later on he says that good players, but got bad habits. And I think that's what he's trying to say, that he's got players that have settled for, I'm all right, Jack. I won't do the 20 yards, I'll do 10 yards. And if that spreads amongst the team, you're in trouble. So it's just a mishmash of style of managers. And how many times have people said that? We've gone from Pochettino to Jose. You've gone from Conte to Ange with the same squad. So you're asking players to do completely different facets of the game in season. Here's a stat for you. Ange Postecoglou is the first manager since Pochettino to start and finish a season.
Yeah. Mental,
Think
isn't it?
about that.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah. That's
Jose,
bad.
Nuno, Conte never started and finished the season at Tottenham. What chance have you got?
These are
so
deep issues.
Tudor's coming in now in February. Dan, and he's coming out with different training instructions. We're in the middle of a season. We're in a relegation fight. He's asking players to do different things. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
So you don't agree with
pre-season. You have 6 weeks of pre-season to work out these patterns of play. We're doing it on a Tuesday.
But Matt, the intensity of the training, and we've all seen the videos, the running, that's all we see, them running up and down, right? We've seen some kind of him directing the players to close down, run without the ball. We've seen the videos online, right? Do you guys, all of you, and people in the chat, do you agree with this approach here? That is it going to be too much for these players?
I mean, here's the thing: we're talking about athletes. Look, again, we've all kicked ball, but look, I'm not an athlete. Um, I I did do competitive fencing, which was hard, but I know a few footballers because I live in Southeast London and the catchment area, right? We are talking about professional athletes that are being paid to do this. If they cannot do it, they are not worth their money. It really is as simple as that. Professional athletes are not the professional athletes of the 90s. We are asking these, and we've also got to realize these are children pretty much, right, from the ages of like from 16 to 29 and 34-year-olds, right? They should be on a training program, right? These are professional athletes. This is what they do in their day to day. They should be invested in it, right? If they cannot be invested in it, even on a personal basis, then we have a massive issue. We have a massive issue, like a real issue. If you've got bleep tests, you've got rondas, you've got or rondos, depending on where you're from. If these guys if these guys can't do what is requested of them to win games, right? If they can't do what is requested of them to win games, we have a massive, massive recruitment issue. Massive.
Well,
And
yeah.
here's the thing:
Yeah.
a lot of people say to me like, "Oh, you're too hard on these people." You don't look. I dated a ballet dancer for 2 years, right? A professional ballet dancer. Every weekend would be hard fought, right? And all week she would have ice bars, and then it will be a sauna, then it will be cardio, and everything would be structured. I would only get to see her an hour in the day blocked, right? I'm sorry, if you're a professional athlete, that is your job. That is your job. And if we are saying that these players cannot do what is demanded of them contractually, there is a massive culture problem at Spurs.
But
A
Guy,
massive culture problem.
the worry is, and I don't know really what to say. It is a kind of like a fitness for survival now, right? Obviously, he's come in, he's seen these players are not fit. Is he risking a complete burnout, or is that just a bit
Well,
much?
we're
Is
risking
this
burnout.
approach a bit too heavy? But he's got a point. Like, there's no games midweek. I know we've got the Champions League coming up, but training. Get these players ready for the fight, isn't it? He's got to drill some discipline into them. Look, I just want to run around the panel quickly. And is this the right approach? Does everyone agree? Obviously, you look at it and you think, look, he's working these players' socks off. Hopefully, it's going to improve things on the pitch when we see him against Fulham, right? And other games down the line. Is he going too far with this, or is it the right thing? I just want quickly go to Cookie, mate. What do you reckon, mate?
I'm very pleased that he's getting stuck into them, Dan.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's got to be done, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because my name is Igor. I will sort this bloody team out, as you well know, Dan.
Yeah.
It's not on, mate. Look, at the end of the day, he's got to try and do something to galvanise the players, hasn't he? If he's gone in and pointed out 2 or 3 different things, the bad habits, you're not fit, and so on, right? How quick he can get fitness into them and how quick he can get bad habits out of them. Yeah, they're the questions we're asking, aren't they? Like you say, 11 games to go. I would hope to see something different this Sunday from what I saw last Sunday.
Yeah.
You know, just in the week now, he's had 2 weeks, right? So at some stage, you've got to say, if something's going to change, it needs to change quick. All right? We can't be going 4 or 5 games with a loss, not collecting any points or whatever. So I think he's just highlighted things that he thinks should be better, things that the players are doing, like the bad habits. He wants to try and get rid of them. And what can he do apart from get on the training ground, get them fitter, or get them to as fit as he wants them to be for what he wants them to do? Because you've got to remember, Dan, as well, this fella, right, as far as he's concerned, once that whistle blows, they ain't standing still. I've told you this, and I think I've told all of you, right?
Yeah, you have.
He does not want people standing still. They need to be on the move all the time. Yeah, if play breaks down and they need to track someone, like you're talking about, recovery runs, all that sort of stuff, he's going to have them moving for 90 minutes. That's what he wants. So let's see if they start to do it.
Yeah, guys, before we move on to the next question and the next part, anyone want to make any more comments about this?
Mr. Man's froze.
He's froze. Let's wait for him
No,
to
he's
come
there.
back.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
I'm there. Now, look, it's at this stage of the season, Dan, it's about balls. You know, it's just about, do you have big enough balls to go out there and put a performance in? You know, all these flicks and tricks and whatever else, not interested. Put a shift in for Tottenham Hotspur, non-negotiable. That's all you have to do. Can you look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the game and say, I have done my part? I'm not interested in contracts or he's promised me this or this was supposed to happen in the summer. If we are not careful, we will be the first time. Me and Cookie, I think, are the two that can remember Tottenham being relegated the last time. So you do not want to be part of that squad. You do not want to be part of that squad that gets relegated. So for me, it's dead simple. Shaker, you know what? Get out there and put a shift in. End of chat.
Okay. So let's move this along then. So he's some more stuff he's been talking about. So he's been very and he said it repeatedly, right? He's been very direct about how bad Spurs form has been, fitness, mentality, calling it a serious challenge and relegation, like life and death battle, which is much more urgent tone than the one Frank was using. Frank was always just trying to stay positive. He never wanted to say the word relegation. He never used the word, did he? So Frank, by contrast, tried to stay positive and never publicly used the R word or was as blunt about the team being in trouble, which meant many fans saw him as not fully acknowledging the reality. Tudor's honesty is therefore seen by some as indirect criticism of his predecessor mindset, even though Tudor doesn't name Frank directly. There's a bit more as well. I want to go over what he's been saying. Hold on a second. So Tudor, he emphasizes the mentality and hard work in a way that feels different. He's told the squad they must adopt small team mentality to fight for points. And he's also highlighted that Spurs aren't fit enough right now and must improve physically. I've already said that a bit earlier. There's a clear shift from the earlier messaging under Frank, which was more about structure and staying positive, not about urgency, changing habits and mentality. And some commentators interrupt Tudor's blunt language. You know, it's just so, it's like chalk and cheese, right? Isn't it, guys?
Yeah, it really is.
And Tudor is more willing to call out issues publicly. He said publicly that players aren't in great physical shape and he needs to put some petrol in the engine. Language Frank didn't use in his press conferences. And this is not a direct criticism of Frank, but it's different from Frank and how he handled a similar situation. So what Tudor hasn't done, he hasn't said Frank was wrong. He hasn't openly called him out by name. No quotes exist for him criticizing Frank directly in press conferences. All analysis that is a criticism comes from fans or pundits reading between the lines, not direct Tudor quotes. So why fans are seeing this as a dig, right? Because there's been press articles about this today. I swear, I think it was a Daily Mail came out one. People are interpreting Tudor's honesty, especially calling around fitness, mentality and style, as a contrast to Frank's tenure, because Frank rarely acknowledged how poor the team was publicly. Tudor's approach felt like a reboot to some fans, but that interpretation is not a direct quote. So the question is, guys, if Tudor is publicly highlighting physical or mental weakness, does that automatically reflect on the previous coaching regime, whether he names Frank or not? Would you reckon?
Can I go on this one? Can I go on this one?
Yeah.
Right. So in the corporate world, I do a lot of corporate restructuring, right? You know, I work in IT. So I'm an outsourced IT person, right? So I come in when the ish hits the fan, right? And here's the thing, it's total corporate speak. You don't name them indirectly. What you do is you highlight the issues and you address them head on. For example, I go into a corporate rebranding or restructure and the management has been piss poor, right? They haven't been hitting their quotas, they haven't been hitting their bonuses. I come in and I say, look, the mentality here is like, for example, they go to the pub every Thursday and Friday, right? Instead of actually addressing work. So you don't actually name the previous manager, because what you don't want to do is shit talk the previous, because that doesn't matter. What you got to do is look forward. You've got to look forward. And what I'm seeing and hearing from Tudor is these are the issues. This is how I want to fix them. This is my plan going forward. Yes, he is in a way digging at the previous regime, if we're going to call it a regime, right? But he's doing it in a way not to name and shame, because if you name and shame, what you do is you then sow discussions and noise within your team that are irrelevant to going forward. To me, it seems like Igor Tudor, or Igor who, seems to me he's come in, he's gone, I want X, Y, and Z. The club needs X, Y, and Z. We need to do it via 1, 2, 3s. Yes, he is inadvertently throwing shade on the previous regime, but not in a way that is demoralizing or calling out personally, because you don't want that, because that is noise. For me, I think he's done a very smart thing. He knows why he's here. He's not stupid. He's not stupid. He knows why he's here, and he knows that he's not got to get us relegated. He knows it's a survival battle. To quote, it's death, right? It's death. That's what he said. To quote the word death.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because if we go into the championship, it is death. It is death. Look at West Ham. They're already renegotiating contracts for the London Stadium right as we speak. But for me, it's a breath of fresh air, because you've got to be completely clear and transparent about the aims. The aims of Tottenham Hotspur right now: not get relegated, build fitness, get some wins, and that is it. To me, it really does. And like I say, because I can decode it due to the fact that I work in the management in the IT sector. It is pure confidence, reassigned management restructuring speak, and I'm fine with it.
Look quickly before I go to Cookie and Matt.
Yep.
You know, it's fine. He does talk a lot of sense, right, this manager. But at the end of the day, we need to see what happens on the pitch, right? It's all right saying all the right stuff before the Fulham game, before the Arsenal game. It's what does that look like now when it comes to match day, right? And if we see an increase in performance, an improvement, the players running harder, closing the opposition down, fighting for every ball, then fair enough. But we'll have to wait and see tomorrow. Matt, Cookie, what's your response to this and contrast of management styles from Tudor and Frank?
Go on, Cookie.
Go on, Cooks.
Listen, look, Frank was pragmatic when he, as we know, and it seems like Matt says that Tudor would like to be, if it's possible, a lot further up the field. I've been saying on my streams, on it, so not on my stream, on our streams. I've been on my own sometimes. Sorry, apologies for that. On our streams, that when we're deep, we're deep. Yeah, there's no in between. When it was Thomas Frank, we were deep. Tudor's here now. He wants the team as a block to move up the field. So for me, Ange was too much. Then we've gone right back the other way to Frank, and he's not enough. And now I would imagine Tudor would like to be somewhere in the middle. Yeah, that's what I'm getting out of it. But whether the players can do it or not is a different matter. Whether we can do it with a three at the back is a question to be had, because I read a stat that said in the last 10 times that we've played three at the back, we've lost 9 of them. So whether that's true or not, I've read it, but that's the stat that I saw. For me, I think the time as well for pussyfooting about, all this like we was talking about the other night. He goes in the court, he goes in, has a go at, I don't know, one of the smaller lads, and they go over in the shower crying. Do you know what I mean? Because he's had a go at them. I think we're past that now. These players need to understand what it's all about, what he expects from them, and they need to deliver in the best way possible over the next 11 games. That's where I'm at with it.
Fair play, man. Makes a lot of sense. Cookie, Guy as well. What you said also, Matt. You want to kind of come in now?
Yeah, I echo what Cookie was saying. Look, he's not here to make friends. He's not here. He's come in. The building's on fire. He's come in to put the fire out. That is plain and simple. He's not here to kind of to stay in any long relationship with the players and whatever else. He's got a very clear objective. So I actually welcome. He seems like he's keeping a real distance from the players. I think reading between the lines, he's let 1 or 2 people know without using their name what he's not happy about, and I welcome it. And I think a couple of them need a rocket. So for me, very simple. Get out there. Don't tell me. Show me. That's what I'm about now. Just show me. It's we can wax lyrical about Tudor and 8. If we play tomorrow and it's a damp squid, guess what? He's going to get a rocket as well. So I'm done with permutations, whatever else. Do it on the pitch. Romero, if you want to go to Atletico Madrid or Barcelona or Real Madrid in the summer, delighted for it. But while you're here, do it on the pitch. That's all I ask. You're playing for Tottenham Hotspur. Do not let the club down.
Well said, Matt. And look, we got the comment of the evening in from Mark Swift. How you doing, mate? I bet the sex was good, guy. Oh dear, he's a killer. He's a killer. Brilliant.
No comment, mate. No comment. I went back for more. Let's just say that.
Guys in the chat, please smash the like button. Yeah, really, just smash it, man. Let's get up to 50 likes tonight. Thank you. And subscribe to Cookie and subscribe to Guy as well. Got their links. I'll bring them up shortly. Thank you so much. Look, let's move this along now. We've covered the some of that press conference. Let's talk about the fan base feeling now, right? Before we go and move on to that Fulham match. So, the relegation threat and the fan base and the pressure, right? Can this fan base truly hold the line when anger at the board is boiling over. So, you know, what happens is we don't get a win, you know, we don't pick up any points, get embarrassed, or, you know, we lose a London derby. It's just so much anger is directed at this board. How do we kind of balance that now, knowing that the team need our support, right? The team need us to get behind them in these times. But every bad result, every bad performance, it's just meltdown, isn't it, towards the board? Guys, anyone can start off with that one.
Yeah, I have personal experience of this. Okay, so right. So first off, I understand the 12th man. I do understand the 12th man. I go to games. Can we stop blaming fans? And can we stop, for example, going to a protest or not going to a protest? Can we stop purity testing our fans? Because we are all fans of the same football club, right? Look, this is new merch. This is new, you know? And I get, and here's the thing that I get from Spurs fans, and I don't want to go after them, and I never do, because Spurs fans were Spurs fans. But we need to stop this crab mentality of going after each other. We are not the reason our club is failing. We are not the reason our club is failing. I go to games. Cooks went to a game and he regretted it. You know, people have gone to games. I know. You're smiling, aren't you? Smiling, right? Can we stop with this purity testing of fans, right? I gave up my season ticket, right? Last season. Don't regret it, right? I might not ever get a season ticket again, but I might get another one, right? The fans are not the problem. The fans aren't the problem. This team, this culture, this board are the problem. And for me to go after fans, for anyone to go after fans, for me is a distraction. It's noise, right? Some people want to go to the protest. Some people don't. That's okay. I defend their right to go or not, right? For me, going after the fan base is just a distraction. It's a distraction.
But
And
Guy, why hasn't enough fans, though, you know, done anything about it over the years? So this is the problem, isn't it, Guy? Like, it's a frustration.
It's a frustration. It's complex, right? So I speak to people, right? So families that go, because my godkids go to Spurs games when I give up my ticket to them, right? Here's the thing, look, it's just, look, you've got kids, right? So it costs a lot to go there. Remember, we went through the cost breakdown.
Yeah.
And for them, they just want to see a bit of football. You know, you have some fans that just go, you know what, I just want to see them. Hey, Vindaloo, you fraud. You fraud. I know you, bro. Anyway, yeah, he's a great Arsenal fan. But here's the thing: if you've got a family and you've got your mum, you've got your dad, you've got your two kids, right? And they want a day out. They're really excited.
Yeah, but not those guys. Not those guys,
Yeah.
Guy. The other adults who go in their own. Do you know what I mean? Like, can protest, can do things. Why have we gone on for so many years without enough fans wanting to push for change, Guy?
Because mobilization.
Anyone.
Yeah, but you're talking about mobilization, though. You're talking about mobilization, and this is not a stream about the socio kind of philosophy of mobilization. It takes a lot to get people off their arse to go. You know, it really does. And we've seen as Cookie has put it best, the dilution of not just Tottenham Hotspur. We've seen the dilution of other clubs. Other clubs, for example, West Ham have bigger issues than we have, right? Some of them don't go to a protest. And here's the thing, I understand why they don't go, because they just want to, at the end of the day, some people just want to see a football match. They just want to see a football match.
Yeah. It's a day out,
You know,
isn't it?
Yeah,
meet
it's
their
just
friends,
exactly.
meet
And it's an
family, have a burger.
expensive day out. It really is expensive. You're talking about one day out for Tottenham. Even me, right? Dan, you know how much I've spent on Tottenham this season.
Yeah, a lot.
We are talking in the thousands already, and I only saw 6 games this season, 7 games. I went to Aston Villa because of the magic of the FA Cup. I could have sold my ticket to the North London derby for 1,000 plus, and I only bought it for 190. I would have made mega profit. I'd sold my ticket, but I went because you know what? I'd rather go than not, because I wanted to see it. It takes a
Guy,
lot.
let's go over to Cookie and Matt
Yeah.
and go back to thanks, mate. Thank you. Let's go over back to the question because we kind of went away from it, didn't we? Guys, do you still remember what I asked? Because we went.
Ask it again, Dan.
Ask it again. Yeah. So look, the pressure's building. Can the fan base, truly hold the line when anger at the board is boiling over? And it's about kind of, supporting the club now in this time where the team needs the fans to be.
But is it boiling over in the ground towards Enoch?
Maybe more online, Cookie.
When I was there, mate, when I was there against West Ham, and I know that's the previous manager, I didn't hear one call for Enoch out. Not one.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's not in the ground.
Not one, Dan. I heard sack the manager. I heard booing the players. Yeah, booing the manager. But I didn't hear anything about Enoch out.
Yeah, well, I think it's more online, isn't it, Cookie?
Well,
it's more online, isn't it?
Yeah, as you said, everyone's split in different directions. I think at the end of the day, we all want to get to the same point, if you know what I mean, the finishing point. But listen, mate, it is what it is at the end of the day. And what can we do about it? We can only talk about it. We all have our different views, Dan. Do you know what I mean? And whether people take them to heart or not, or whatever, they're just opinions at the end of the day of what we should be doing. Do you know what I mean? That's why we're here talking about it.
Fair enough. Fair enough, Cookie. Cheers, mate. Matt, anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, I think on your show previously, I stick to it. I said nothing else matters for me. Nothing else matters until the end of the season. We can do the post-mortem about, how poorly the structure of the squad was assembled, the appointment of Frank. Did we wait too long before we sacked Frank? And so on and so on. We can do all of that. And I know for the purpose of the show, we're talking about other things. But what I mean is my anger and all of that, I'm trying to shelve a little bit of it because it's going to distract me from focusing my energy on cheering the team on to try and get the sufficient points to stay in the league. And I think a little bit what Guy's saying, I agree with, which is that we can sometimes be a busy fool. So we can be moaning about the fans not protesting. We can be moaning about something else. Instead of the games, 3 o'clock on a Saturday, the games, whatever time on a Sunday, let's just, for that 2.5 months, let's just put all our eggs in that basket. And
do you know what?
We get enough.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, Dan.
Sorry, mate. You're spot on there. And I've kind of done that myself now. Just want to back the team now to the end of the season, and we can save all our grievances.
Let's do the post-mortem. Yeah. We'll be here. You'll need to do a 24-hour stream that weekend, Dan, because we can go into the signings of Cal.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm up for that.
We can do all of that. We can.
First of June, Matt.
First of June. You set it up, Cookie. I'll put some money in, and we'll donate it for charity. So
1st of June. Let's have it.
I've got a rap sheet of stuff I'd love to discuss about.
There's got receipts.
Matt, if it helps you, look, there's one, there's 2, yeah, there's 3.
We can.
Yeah, I can keep going, mate. Look, they're all there. Yeah,
we can do a CSI.
There's 4. Yeah.
We can do a CSI on the demise of Tottenham Hotspur. But for me, that's going to take us away from this is where we are. This is where we need to get to. Just everybody get behind whoever the manager is, whoever's playing left back, whoever's playing fucking centre mid. Let's get behind them guys, and hopefully let's get enough points to stay in the league, and then let's shake hands and talk about it in the summer.
Yeah, and then you get stuff like this, isn't it? Spurs 1, 2, 3, 4-ish. Evening to you.
I don't think the Queen of Plastic Surgery is going to be. I don't think she'll be buying Tottenham Hotspur. I really don't.
She might not be, but she'll gather investors.
True. Never spend your own money, Cooks. Never spend your own money.
That's it. Spend someone else's if you can. That's it.
Right, let's move this along quickly before we go and talk about the Fulham game. Mental strength, right? About the team now. Can this team cope with a relegation battle? You hear it from everywhere. This Spurs team doesn't know how to deal with a relegation battle. We hear it all, don't we? What are they going to do? They haven't got the bottle for it. They don't know how to manage it. Guys, seriously, can this team, in your own opinions and in the chat as well, do you think this team can survive this? Honest answers, please.
Not if we go in the bottom 3.
Okay, that's so you've got that pending on it.
If we get sucked into that 3rd relegation spot, because for me, Burnley and Wolves are probably gone, right? So it's like us, West Ham, Leeds, and the others that are about. But for me, if we get, I've been saying all the time, I'm not so worried about being just above it, a game and a bit in front. But once you get sucked in, have you got the gonads to get out? Do you know what I mean? And I don't see that this team has got it. Sorry, but I don't.
Is it based on this season, Cookie, and last season? Yeah,
based on what I've seen this season. Where, like Matt says, January, current form, from January through to now, we're bottom.
Yeah.
We're bottom. West Ham are 9th. Forest are 14th.
3 points lane.
You know what I mean? And it's
we've
got to do something, Dan. I don't know what the answer is, Dan. I really don't.
But is that guy though? Is that due to Frank and the injuries, a combination of both?
Here's the problem. Here's the problem, right? So we saw last season. Here's the thing. Again, we've all kicked ball, right? As soon as that Expression said it best, right? There's a little snippet. Expression said it best. When the loser mentality creeps in and we normalize losing, we are fucked. Because here's the thing, we've all kicked ball, right? And I've been on a losing run. And here's the thing, if you think going into a fixture, we're going to lose this, you've already lost. I
don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Am I right or wrong on this? Like, if every player goes into a game thinking, we've lost 15 games, we'll just lose another one, it's fine.
I think for me, the fact that we've performed better away from home, for me, shows it's a mental thing. There's a fear of playing at home. There's an anxiety at the home matches. A couple of misplaced passes. If Akaro flaps at a cross and you hear the crowd take a big gasp of breath, you can feel it, and it kind of trickles onto the playing psyche. So I think the other reason why I think we'll draw or win tomorrow is the fact it's away from home. And I know that sounds absolutely double Dutch, but I would be more worried about playing Fulham at home than the fact that we're playing away from home.
Trouble is the away form's dropped off as well, Matt, isn't it?
Yeah,
it has.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, it has. But I still think
it's a new manager now. It's a new manager now.
It's slightly better. It's slightly better than our home form, and we needed a circuit breaker. you worked in IT, so you know the famous "my computer's not working" and your phone IT. Most time they tell you switch it off,
turn it off and on again.
You know, and I think Frank was the plug that needed to be unplugged. You know, because I think the players weren't buying what he was selling, and we was a runaway train under Frank. So I think Tudor, whether people rate him as this great tactician or this long-term successor for the Tottenham job, I don't think so. But I just think he's just going to come in with some different approaches. You can just see he's a no-nonsense guy. You know what I mean? You could just see he just alludes. Do it my. Can I swear, Dan?
Yeah. Swear as much as you want.
Do it my fucking way. You know, I think that's the long and short of how the discussion is. You'll do it my fucking way.
Well, he's been hired for one reason, hasn't he? He's been hired for one reason. The only reason this man has been hired is don't get relegated.
Wonder what bonus you'll get. Wonder what he gets.
Oh, I think he writes his own, doesn't he?
He's on a few quid. Don't worry about that. He'll be on a right few quid, and if he keeps us up, he'll be on a double few quid as well.
Yeah, he'll get a bonus. I swear to God. Again, corporate takeovers, been in it. We usually get a bonus. We usually get a bonus in a contract. I swear to God, he's probably got a bonus in his contract that says he'll probably get some more money if we don't get relegated. So it's in his best interest for us not get relegated. This is why he's coming out and saying all this stuff. He's like, look, essentially, to put it in a sentence, what Igor Tudor has said is, we are shit, but I'm here to not make us get relegated. Simple. I know that's a quick analysis.
Can I ask one question to the three of you? Had we have not made the change, do you think Tottenham would have got relegated?
Yes. Yeah,
yes.
100%.
100%.
Yeah. Definitely.
This guy instilled no confidence.
Yeah, he's destroyed them.
He instilled no confidence. Again,
he should have gone. He should have gone earlier. He should have gone into Christmas, before Christmas or January the 1st. You know. The latest.
Sorry, Dan. I've never heard a manager big up every team we've played apart from us. When did he ever say anything positive about us?
Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time talking about Frank now, but I think Matt makes that's a good question, though, isn't it? Like he would have taken us down. We're on that trajectory. This new guy too, who's had one game against Arsenal. Let's see how he gets on in the next few games. He's got to pick up some wins. He has to. And there's even talk. It's mental stuff. Even after that Arsenal defeat, there's talk about, well, Tudor's going to lose his job soon as well. It's mental stuff. He's had one game. Like, give him a few games at least to try and pick up a win or two or a draw. And, in fixtures which are more realistic that we're going to win. Looking at the home games more than anything, Fulham away, which we'll get to in a minute, is going to be a tough game tomorrow. But no, you make a good point, Matt. So what was that, Cookie? You're worried that if we drop in the bottom three, we could be down. Guy, what did you say? You think?
Look, I look again. My local team's Charlton, right? They got into the Premiership, then they got into the Championship, and they were League One. I've seen players that fight, and here's the thing: I think the worst thing I think about us, if we get relegated, right? It's not a certainty, as much as AI predictive models like to tell us. I think that the number one rule is we've got Jed Spence, who's an England international. We've got Romero, who's an international. We've got Van der Ven, who's an international. We've got Sarr, who's an international as well. At the end of the day, these players will jump ship. If we get relegated, there is no guarantee that we will come up straight away. There is not. Not in the modern cutthroat way of playing football.
Is
There's
it going
not.
through your head, Guy? The worry of it
Oh
going through
yeah.
your head?
Oh yeah. You saw my video with my shorts on my head. I ran out of Tottenham shirts, so I put shorts on my head and I talked about relegation talk. But yeah, no, look, and we've also got. I know.
So it's a simple
I
question,
never.
Guy. Yes or no? Can this team do it? You know the team. You've seen the team. You watch the team. You know the players. Can they cope with a relegation battle? Just call it out. Like Cookie's already said, is
No,
you say yours? Huh?
no,
No. Okay.
no.
Okay. Cheers, Guy. Matt, what was your again? Or sorry if you said it already.
Can they handle a relegation battle? Statistically, you'd say no because it's 2 wins in 17. However, I just keep going back to even Wolves are showing some sort of life. You know that they've played two of the toughest teams on form in Arsenal and Aston Villa, and taken 4 points. So I have to cling to that odd hope that Tottenham have to show a 60 minutes, a 45 minutes of football in one of the next couple of games. And I hope that is tomorrow. So yes. And I hope that if we get a positive result Sunday, we broke the spell, and it might give us some sort of momentum into the Crystal Palace game, which is like gargantuan.
Look, guys, I think we can. I think we can stay up. I think the players can do it. I just think Frank really messed up the team this season. I think Tudor, even though I don't really know if he's a good manager or not, he should be able to get enough out of these players. I look at the team. We've got a couple of returning players back tomorrow. We'll have more coming back soon as well, I think, in April. Maybe 1 or 2 more in March. But I think my opinion hasn't changed. I thought when we made that change, I thought it would be okay. Obviously, the Arsenal game was very difficult, right? Wasn't it? Very difficult game. We had so many players out. Arsenal were fully fit team. It was going to be a tough first game for him in charge, whoever was the manager. So look, I expect us to pick up points. I do, and if we don't, well, I'm going to be very wrong, aren't I, with my opinion on it? But I think we'll be okay. I think there's enough winnable games there. The home games. I know our home form is the worst ever, but that was under Frank. That was under Ange. Let's see if this guy Tudor can get us some wins. And I like how he's going about his business at the moment. I do. I know he's saying all the right things. And as I said a bit earlier, we've got to see what he does on the pitch, right? Got to see what it looks like against Fulham, against Palace at home. But look, I'm still hopeful. I haven't given up hope yet. Yeah, that's my take.
Quick one, Dan, quick one.
Yeah.
How many wins do you think we need to survive relegation?
Well, I think 3 or 4, isn't it, really? I think 3 or 4 wins should be fine. 4, I'll be safe 4. I expect us to start playing better now. I do. Starting off tomorrow against Fulham. And it's a tough game. And we're going to go and talk about that now. Should we just move on to the Fulham game, guys? Should we move on to it?
Yeah, Craven Cottage.
Look, we ain't got a great record there, have we, against Fulham?
No, we do not.
And they've already beaten us this season already. Look, we know what they are. Marco Silva, he's been there quite some time. He's organised this team. They're compact. They can be quite dangerous in transition. They're strong out wide, and they've got some physical presence in midfield.
Very physical.
Look, they're you know what you're going to get with Fulham. Mid-table team. They're good at home. London derby. The fans will be up for it. The players will be up for it. They want to put a nail in Spurs' coffin for sure. Yeah, they just come off a handy win away to Sunderland 3-1 in the last Premiership game. Yeah, we know how they play, right? They get their fullbacks up high. You know, they're like overloads. They're quite good on the ball at keeping possession. They play like a kind of mid-block, really, don't they? They know what they do. We know what to expect from Fulham, right? So, guys, initial thoughts on Fulham, and then I'm going to kind of go into a bit more about tactics. And there's kind of 3 different ways how we can approach this game tomorrow. But I want to hear from you all first, just generally about Fulham, and whatever you want to say, guys. Just crack on.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting game, Dan. To be honest, last couple of seasons we haven't done well there, but. Again, I don't think that really matters at the moment. It's a game of football. I think that's how they've got to look at it. You don't worry about your records or whatever. It's just 90 minutes of football tomorrow. They're all cup finals now. Listen, I know you're going to go into the tactics and all that, Dan, and how you think he's going to play. I think just one thing I want to say is I think Paulinho will play in midfield tomorrow. And if that's the case, I think that does aid us because we're not the same team when Paulinho is not playing as a DM, I don't think. And I think tomorrow you might see, a Gallagher with him that'll help him out as well. And that will help Gallagher out as well, to be fair. So, I don't know. We'll see. Fulham are a fair side, mate, on their day. Can be quite physical at times. They've got some big lumps in their team. We've got to just match them, Dan, and a little bit more. That at the end of the day, as long as we can match them and a little bit more, we'll nick something out of the game more than likely. And I think that's where we're at the moment.
Fair enough, Cookie. And before I go to the other guys, let's bring up some kind of information about Fulham and their kind of past results. If I can, let me have a look. Is that it here? Yeah, this is it here. So this is their past results. Okay, so just come off a win away to Sunderland, won an FA Cup games to Stoke away, lost to City away, lost at home to Everton, and they lost away to Manchester United. But they gave Man United a right game, and it was a late winner from Man United. They played really well there. Probably deserve something from the game. So that's their form. Let me bring up their kind of lineup before I go to Matt and Guy. I think I've got a lineup of them. Let's have a look. So this is what they'll look like tomorrow. Be something like this.
Bassey is a beast of a defender. Jesus.
Talk us through, Guy. Where's the threats coming from tomorrow from Fulham?
Well, yeah. Bassey, and we've got to realise, we're looking at someone that we recognise, right? Sessegnon. I'm just look again. My expectations are very low for this game. Craven Cottage, great stadium, nice on the river, in the posh part of town. I just need Spurs to turn up for this game. I need them to turn up for this game. And Fulham are Fulham. There's always 2 fixtures which I know are going to be the most physical fixtures, right? Fulham and Chelsea. I don't know what they put in the water over there. I don't know if they're like drinking from the Thames directly, but Chelsea and Fulham is always a physical game. And again, my issues has always been with the midfield. I don't know. I'm gonna release to Matt and Cookie about the midfield proposition.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about lineups. Yeah. We're gonna talk about. Let's hear from Matt quickly. What he's want to say about Fulham, and then we'll go into the tactics, formation, who we're going to play. We can all get involved in that, and people in the chat, whatever you want to say about that game tomorrow and expectations. And yeah, Matt, over to you, mate.
Yeah, look, there's not many of their players that jump off the page. You're not waxing lyrical about too many of their players.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Just a perfect example of how if you do not do the basics, if you do not do the fundamentals, you'll end up where Spurs are. You don't forget we had Sessegnon for 5 seasons. You know,
Oh no.
Calvin Bassey, you know, he's a box standard centre half. Was at Rangers, you know, he's not a world beater. Crystal Palace gave Anderson away for 18 million. So I like Berg. I think Berg's a good, honest midfielder in the Premier League. Wilson's got great distribution. A bit lightweight, but he's very technically gifted on the ball.
Yeah.
Smith Rowe, he's hot and cold. Obviously, come through the Arsenal Academy, so he's got the technical attributes, but he's very hit and miss for me. Oscar Bob, don't know a massive amount about him, but if you've come through Man City and you signed for Pep Guardiola, you certainly should be able to play. And Jimenez, 33 years of age, hardworking, does all the ugly side of the game. So for me, I'm going to agree with Cookie a little bit again, which is we just got to match him. I think this is a perfect game for Danso if he's fit. I would put Danso back in that team.
Agree.
It's a perfect game for Danso. You know, just match up Paulinho, win your battle with Sanderberg. And that's what I would be basically giving them, little post-it notes saying, make sure he doesn't have a better game than you. And I'd be going around the team. Make sure he does not have a better game than you. Sprinkle a bit of your technical ability as the game opens up. We should have enough for Fulham. But if we don't do the basics, if we don't do the hard yards, we could be on a very, very, very ugly defeat tomorrow. So that would be my message to Tottenham tomorrow. Just do the ugly part of the game first, and let the so-called technical players, and that Xavi Simons, go and win the game for us.
Look,
I was about to say, Matt, are you looking forward to the Rabonas from Xavi? Are you looking forward to the Rabonas?
I can't believe nobody's grabbed him round the throat when he's been trying to do it. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see any of that tomorrow. Look, guys, this just, smash the like. Big up to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us this evening for this show. Really appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for all your comments. Yeah, please smash the likes, and please go and subscribe to Cookie and Guy as well. You know, give them some love. Give them a sub. I'll put their links up. Here we go. Cookie's there. And also Guy is here as well. Go and give him a sub.
Yeah, Cookie, hard work, mate. My jogathon, bro. Cookie's my jogathon.
It's got to be done, isn't it?
And if anyone hasn't subscribed to me, give me a sub as well.
Yeah,
be
give
much
him a
appreciated.
sub.
Cheers. Thank you. You know,
make sure you sub to me and Guy first, and then I know Dan's a bit of an afterthought. It's only his show, but
Cookie, mate, how close are you now to 1K? You must be nearly there now, man.
76 away.
76.
Are you on the road to 1K, bro?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
let's go.
Come on.
Yeah.
Be great. But at the end of the day, if you need some morning Spurs content, Cookie is the man. And then you've got Nige.
Yeah, you
Go
are.
and give Nige some love as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, these are the guys, man. They're working at it. Yeah, good guys, man.
I lied, actually. You know, I said it was the breakfast brunch tomorrow.
Yeah.
I lied.
What is
it's
it?
Match day tomorrow, isn't it? So it's the Fab 3 with the weekend match day show tomorrow.
Yes, I saw the notification.
There you go.
We are so professional on this stream, boys and girls. We are so professional.
What can I say?
Brilliant stuff. Big up to Ellie in the chat. Evening to Ellie.
Big up, Ellie.
Queen Ellie.
Norm as well. Big up to you. Big up to Lee as well. Sorry if I've missed anyone, but yeah, thank you everyone for being here. And let's get back to the Fulham match. Just go over some kind of tactics and you know how we think he may approach it tomorrow. So let's just run over it quickly. Won't take long. Let's run over it. Okay, so there's kind of three ways of really to go in this game tomorrow. So we could, we've got the kind of controlled aggression, right? Pressing triggers, not constantly pressing, but in moments, right? Protect that middle of the park, win the second balls, play direct into the channels. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, we could be playing like a mid-block and counter, sit 10, 15 yards deeper, allow Fulham possession, tap the space behind the fullbacks. And option three, it could be this, just a physical battle, simplify it, the build-up, target set pieces, fight for territory. And right now, it is survival football, as Tudor has said. He's going to dump off his style of play, and he said he's just going to concentrate on the basics and defending, keeping it tight. Guys, just off on what I said there, which way is the best to play for them tomorrow, in your opinion, those three options?
Probably only one way in there, and that's number 3. Because we're not showing anything else on the pitch, are we? So, like I said earlier on, we've got to match them up physically, whatever they're doing. We've been talking earlier on, he's been doing all whatever he's been doing in training this week, drills, keeping them moving. As I said earlier, you don't want them standing still. So, just match them up, be better at them. Sorry, be better than them. Yeah. All over the pitch, whether it's just in effort more than anything else. You can't listen, if it all goes well and there's a few little moves that come off and all that, great, brilliant, that's fine. But more than anything else, Dan, again, the same as last week, just have something about you. Have something about you. If you do go 1-0 down, don't let the heads drop. You know what I mean? Have a go. And at the same time, I get what Guy was saying earlier about the fans, right? I do get exactly what he was saying. And I think the time comes where the players have to give something back. Do you know what I mean? It's okay saying, get behind the team, get behind the team. And I'm sure the fans do, the away fans do, we know that. Yeah, but now and again, it's something to, it's nice to have something that the team have done, and you think, yeah, that's why I'm here, for that. And we're not seeing hardly any of that this year, Dan. So on that aspect, it's disappointing. But listen, we could turn up tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows with Spurs, mate? That's the thing.
So just Cookie, just go back, just kind of keep it tight, aggressive, win the ball back fast. Just get it up there, just discipline, right? No mistakes. Don't give Fulham an inch, right? Yeah, things like this, kind of play, the aggressive play, like defensive side, keep it tight, play on the counter attack.
Win the ball back higher.
Yeah, it's choosing when to press. Let's go to Matt, and then we'll go to Guy. Matt, approach tomorrow. How you would do it, or how do you think Tudor's going to play it?
Look, just be competitive, make sure you win the first ball and make sure you win the second ball, and we hunt in packs. We make ourselves hard to play through. And when we do get into the final third, make sure there's a shot or there's a cross at the end of it. Do not disappoint, you played football. Do not disappoint your opposition. When you get there, have a shot, have a cross. Don't check. How many times do we get the ball and we check and we go back to Vicario? Play forward, play in their half, encourage players to play in their half, pin them in, just absolutely suffocate them when they've got the ball. And when we got the ball in their half and we win the ball back, we're closer to their goal. Instead of this tippy-tappy shit that we've been doing, and then it goes back to Vicario and he kicks it out for a throw-in. So for me, it's all about what we do. Yeah. Yes, I respect Fulham. Points-wise, they're a better team than us this season. But for me, it's about what Tottenham do. It's our intent. We've got to set the tone. We've got to set the tempo. We take no prisoners, and we make sure we do not leave that ground with less than 1 point. It's non-negotiable. If people have to sacrifice some of their game, make sure we finish that match with either 1 point or all 3. That would be my message.
No, good stuff, Matt. Cheers. Thank you. I agree. I agree with all of it and what Cookie said as well. Guy, reading from what Tudor has kind of said, he said he's not going to play the way he would like to play. He's said that now, isn't he? He's got a
Yeah,
style of play, pressing from the front,
yeah.
man
He
to
kind
man
of put it in
press.
the bin after the crushing defeat. So
Yeah, he's put it on the bin. Yeah, he has, and I read it like this: we're going to be deep. We're going to be, setting up like a low end table team. He even said it himself. Small team
yeah,
mentality. He said it. I think on
yeah.
Friday or Thursday it was. I think he's going to sit in there, keep it tight, and I think we're going to be playing on the counter attack. And I think, and I'm going to bring up the lineup in a minute. What I think it could be, and I want all your guys say on it
Yeah,
as
because we've
well. And
got
if you
players
agree,
back, mate. We've got players back.
should we bring up that lineup now, Guy, and then you
Yeah,
can
let's do
maybe
it.
kind
Let's
of
do it. Let's do it.
go on from that and see what you think.
Yeah,
If
let's
this
do
is
it.
what you think's going to happen, is this the team? Not that one. That's the Fulham one. Yeah, the Spurs one is here. I thought I had it. Spurs. Ah, Jesus, it's let me down
We're
again,
really
hasn't it?
professional, boys and
Let me
girls.
give us a
And
sec.
girls.
I'll load it up. I'll load it up because I've got it. I'll load it up. But go for it, Guy.
But yeah, no, look, Fulham's defense are really physical. They are really physical. Fulham have always been a very physical team. We have not been doing well in them historically, as said by others. But look, we've got to get at least a point from this. We've got to go to Craven Cottage with the intent of winning. This is the baseline. We need to approach games with the idea, and I know this is crazy, with winning mentality. Do these players have it? I really hope. Here's my biggest hope, and I'm going to say it quite quickly. My biggest hope is we come from the win off Fulham, so we win that and push that mentality forward. Will it happen? We are not good in London derbies. That's the problem.
So, Guy, I got the lineup here now. So
Yeah.
go on. Go on with the lineup.
Oh no! Here's the thing: that lineup is. I have no issues with the lineup, apart from, like, no offense, Jed Spence, one-footed player. Please train on 2 feet, my man. Please train on both feet. Um, yeah, no, I'm good. If this is a lineup, I'm good with it. I like Danso. I like Van der Ven. I know Dragosine has got a lot of heat, but he's just come from an injury. You know what I mean? Poro's back.
Is he going to play a back three? Is it because he said he's going to not play the way he'd like to play? Does that mean he's going to dump off his back three system?
Bro,
No,
it's a new manager. It's a new manager. Do we know? This is the thing. It's a new manager. New manager, isn't it?
What do you reckon, Cookie? Is he going to go with the back three? What do you reckon, mate?
I think
it's hard to know, isn't it?
I think he'll go with the back three and try and pack the midfield out again.
Yeah, because our midfield is dead. That's the great thing about a back three is you overload the midfield, and that is our the weakest aspect. I know people will talk about the attack, but our weakest aspect is the midfield. Balls were being played in midfield 20 yards, and we had midfielders running because we got a double pivot. But yeah, no, we need to win the game. It's as simple as that. We need to win it because we need to instill a winning mentality. And look, it's Fulham. It's Fulham. We should beat them. We should. But history dictates otherwise.
So how are we going to create chances, Matt? You know, where's the attacking side of the game?
Well,
If we're going to sit back,
yeah.
how are we going to progress the ball with
chances.
Alenia and Gallagher in midfield, right? So how's this going to work? We're going to sit in, fair enough, sit deep, keep it tight, don't give them any space. Look, how are we going to progress that ball forward to create chances? We can't just sit back the whole game. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's got to be a plan, and I'm sure Tudor has got an idea. Like, got anyone really? What? How are we going to get it? Is it going to be through the wing backs, guys?
People say I'm mad, but I'd play Sousa. I'd play Sousa. I would, because he's naturally left-footed. I know it's a bit of a punt, but I've said lots of times before, you know, play left-footed players on the left-hand side, especially attacking players. You know what I mean?
We bought him for a reason, Cookie. We bought him for a reason, right?
There you go. Apparently. But I don't know. I think this is the big question, Dan. How are we going to create chances? How are we going to progress the ball? And I don't think anyone knows, Dan. I really don't think anyone knows at the moment. I can't work it out, what we're going to do. All I can think is what I said to you earlier on. You know, they'll try and play football to a degree, but the time will come where they'll be lumping it up to Solanke. And he said he'll do that if he has to. He'll lump it up to Solanke, Mawani, whoever, and you try and get players, you try and get some of the midfield around the ball, you know, as it's going forward. The whole team's got to move up slightly, you know, because we're way too deep.
Mm.
And perhaps all this training and that he's doing is more of an encouragement of when you do lose the ball to get back behind the ball. Maybe. I don't know.
Look, Cookie, good points. And we'll go to Matt. And I just think, look, you know, as Matt kind of touched on it, you know, you compare the players to our players and you think, well, you know, Fulham ain't got nothing special, right? You know, but the thing is with Fulham, they play like a team. This is the difference right now. This is what Spurs are not playing like a team. They haven't got that togetherness. They haven't got that fight.
No cohesion.
And we haven't got much at all, have we, to go on that what will suddenly improve. And this is the problem, isn't it? Like Scott says in the chat here, look, he said Berg, Iwobi, Smith Rowe better than Gray, Sarr, Bergvall. Fair enough. But, you know, the trouble is, isn't it? Like Fulham know what they're doing, right? We know what they're going to do. Spurs are on the floor. Matt, where is this creativity coming from tomorrow? Is it simple fact of if he is going to go at 3 at the back, those wing backs, they got to push up. And you know what? Yeah, they're fullbacks, Fulham. They get forward. There is going to be space in behind their defence. And if you've got 2 forwards up there, Mawani and Solanke, there's no excuse with Savvy buzzing in behind to not be able to kind of get some chance. I'm not saying dominate the game. I'm not saying complete control the game, but there will be moments tomorrow where we should be able to take advantage. Matt,
just for me, just simplify the game. Just simplify the game, right?
Right.
Try and play in their half. Be combative. Win your personal duels. We've now got 2 strikers up front. Hit them early. And that doesn't just mean a long punt. It means hit them with good quality, chest and below, and we play off those percentages. We know with Sessegnon, he ball watches.
Yep.
You know, he's not defensively sound. So we can play on those options when he is in front of the ball. One thing I would say about Pedro Porro is when he's in some sort of a rhythm, he's got a good delivery of the ball into the box. So we have now got 2 forwards that are not small. The physical, more so Solanke than Mawani, but the physical forwards play early and we play off them. That's what I would be, as if I was one of the coaches, I'd be saying, play up to our strengths. Yeah, because we don't know what we're doing on the left-hand side. Spence, it's not his fault. He's not left-footed. So for me, I'd be trying to recycle the ball. Porro, get it out your feet early and whip quality into the box and make sure we've got 2 or 3 runners in the box. Every time that ball goes wide, whether that's Conor Gallagher, whether that's Xavi Simons, make sure on top of Mawani and Solanke, there's 2 or 3 of you breaking your net to get in that box. It might be ugly. It might be a block, ricochet, whatever. Yeah. We'll take it. But
doesn't matter.
To play. We've got to play on those percentages. You know, we don't have a Kulusevski, we don't have a Kudos, we don't have a Maddison. So we got to play to our strengths. And I use the word strengths loosely. But just play basketball, football, get ourselves up the pitch. Solanke's a willing runner. I'm hoping Mawani has finally broken his duck in the Premier League. Maybe he's got a little bit of confidence now. He obviously likes playing for Tudor. Maybe he can go on some sort of a run. And again, I use that word loosely. Play to your strengths. That's what I'd be saying. Just get it up to the 2 centre forwards, make something happen.
Yeah, but are you relying? Here's the thing, and one thing that we've not really kind of touched on, and which to me was ever present in the Arsenal game. I don't like to talk about the filth. Is that Vicario's distribution is horrendous.
Horrible.
It's horrendous.
It's not going to change. He can't. He's flipper foot, isn't he? He's flipper foot. He can't pick it up.
You call it flipper foot. I call it pillow foot.
Whatever.
But like, here's the thing, right? And look, we've all
Matt's
seen
got a good name for him as well. Matt, you've got a good name for Vicario. Do you remember when you came on the show before, Vicario? You had a good name for him, didn't you? What did you call him?
I called him a traffic warden.
That was it.
Traffic warden.
London traffic warden. His eyes go bulging, and he's. This is that team. I'd say, calm down. If I was on that team, just calm down. Just calm down. I think he puts the heebie-jeebies into the defense. It goes absolutely bananas.
Mad.
He
goes mad. But here we go. So we're talking about like, and I don't want to make it the Vicario show. But here's the thing, his distribution is absolutely horrendous. It's horrendous. And people say he's a shot stopper. Okay, cool, whatever. But like, here's the thing, can't play out from the back, can't hoof, can't spray and pray. You know what I mean? And to me, it's one of these things. It's one of these things where the backbone is, if you're saying to me, I'm a midfielder, right? So I'm putting my football hat on. I'm a midfielder, and I get a ball punted, and I have to fight for the ball, because you've got to remember all of Vicario's passes, he didn't play at the back from Arsenal at all. Very rarely. And it was hoofing it to midfield or in their third box. None of our players can get it because they're either not tall enough or not, I say this lightly, ball hungry, pause. But I just want Vicario to just get better at distribution.
He's not ever going to be good at it, man, is he?
No,
he's never going to be the keeper.
It's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go, man.
Look, it's time to go.
Right, let's get down to the crux of things now, right? Okay, I really want people's honest kind of predictions tomorrow now, and shall I tell you mine? I mean, we're not favourites, are we? Let's be honest here. We're not favourites tomorrow. Fulham are favourites. Even in good Spurs teams in the past, we've struggled to get anything at Fulham. You know, even when we've been playing well. Yep. So what gives us much hope that tomorrow will be any different? Now, look, it's a derby, right? It's a derby. We've seen what's been going on in training all week. You know, Tudor, hopefully he's getting these players fired up. Hopefully there's a response for this change in how he's approaching the training and everything he says. And he is very negative, Tudor. If you read all his comments, and he was kind of challenged in the press conference on Friday at that, you know, everything is negative, and he refused to answer. He really did. He refused to answer it. He just kind of said, well, I've said everything already, but he's only being honest. Now, maybe I think we can get a draw. A win, it would have to be a really top performance, won't it? Where kind of a lot goes our way and Fulham miss some chances and we're clinical. It can happen. I'm not like ruling it out, but if we've got to make a prediction, you know, if we can get away with a draw, with a good performance, with a battle, we can actually see these players actually care and they want to stay in a division and they leave it all on the pitch. Take some risk when they win the ball back. Yeah, just get it forward quickly. Be brave on the ball. These players are not, and I know we hear in the fan base all the time that we've got shit players, but they're not shit players, right? They're just underperforming. They lost confidence. Yeah, they're just
Yeah, he said
collectively,
that.
they're
He said that.
not.
He
They're
said
not
that.
great at the moment. They're collectively, they're not working together as a team. They haven't found a system that works. There's injuries, but you would have thought, right? This lot of players here, and I know a lot of people doubt them and they think, look, they don't care. But where's the pride? Like, where's the actual realization that this amount of money Spurs fans pay to watch their team and support the club? You would have just thought that just give it their all. And there is
How much
ability in
I
that
pay?
team. There's ability in
How
that
much I
team.
pay?
Yeah. There is ability in this team to get goals, create chances, and defend well as well. There is ability there. So it's about application, isn't it, tomorrow? And it's like what Tudor has done in this last week. It's maybe lit a light bulb in their head. I don't know, guys. What do you reckon?
I think we've got to see something different to start off with. And again, what that is, Dad, I don't know. I, as you know, was on every day last week before the Arsenal game. At the beginning of the week, no one gave us a chance, right? Tottenham fans. And as the week went on and little bits and pieces came out from Igor, and I was one of them, I hold my hands
we
up.
were on the stream. We were all on the stream.
I was sucked in and I went for the 1-1, right?
What with Fulham?
I went for the 1-1. And that's not like me, Dan. You know me.
Is this Fulham, Mark?
No, this was last week anyway.
Last week, sorry.
So I got sucked in. I ain't getting sucked in this week, unfortunately, until they show me something. Yeah, Fulham 3, Spurs 1.
What?
3-1 for Fulham.
Wow. God.
All right. So I remember that stream that we all had, and you guys, and we all talked about the sliver of hope.
Yeah,
just a tiny sliver of hope. Yeah, we were like, oh, if we turn up, we might get a result. Right. You might have got sucked in, but we didn't get sucked off. But that tiny sliver of hope, and here's the thing, my hopes are in the mud, man. My hopes are in the mud. It's reactive, right? It's reactive. I have seen us crumble time and time again. And this is one of the reasons why my mate was like, oh, I've got a free ticket. Do you want to come to the match? And I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to watch it along with Eugene and Spurs Asian TV. You know, I'm just going to sit at home and watch it, because here's the thing. If I see just one iota of bullshit and we do not win this game, it's going to be back to booze.
So is it a win or nothing guy for you? It's a win or nothing for you, mate. Yeah? Draw's not good enough. It's got to be a win, yeah?
No, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. I think... Say again, Cooks?
I'll take a point tomorrow.
Yeah, you would. I wouldn't. I think that we should. I really do think that we should go into this game with Here's the thing about football. Momentum. We need to go into the next, is it 11 games? It's 11 games, right? Yeah. We need to go into the next 11 games with winning mentality. And if they cannot cement it, and I know it's a hard game, and I know it's not the best place for us to go, but here's the thing. If we win that game, there's momentum. I want a win. I want a win.
Guy, can I ask a question?
Go for it.
What is there if we lose the game?
Okay.
Fuck all, mate.
Cookie. It's a good question, and I had a question on that as well. Let me
Sorry,
ask
mate.
it now.
Sorry.
No, you're right. We can talk about it. It was like kind of the final question around the Fulham game.
Okay.
And then it's going to be after that, it's going to be no whole, what's it called? Anything can be said. Anybody want to get anything off their chest? That's how we're going to finish the show off. Right. And no holds barred. Is that the saying? Right.
Yeah.
No holds barred, bro. Let's go wrestling, bro.
Yeah. That's what we're going to finish the show off. So really, if Spurs don't gain any points to Fulham tomorrow, how are the fan base going to react? And it's similar to what you said, Cookie.
I would imagine a lot of the fans will be disjointed. A lot of it depends on the performance, Dan, because the performances have been so poor.
Yeah.
That I think if you go away to Fulham and you get beat 2-1 or you get beat 1-0, but there's been the effort, there's been you've had a few chances, you just haven't converted. You've had a go. Do you know what I mean? You haven't come away with 0.02 or 1 XG or whatever. I'm not into all that shit, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Listen, have a go, have a crack, right? Do your best. And like Scott says, it won't matter whether it matters or not.
Cookie, can Fulham get Europe? Let's have a look at the league table.
I think they still can get conference, yeah.
Let's have a little look at that table again. Let's bring it up and have a look and just see where they are and see really if they've got anything to play for still in the league. Because they never really do much, do they, Fulham? Bring that comment down quickly.
It's going to be an hard game this tomorrow.
Fulham are 31 points.
Yeah, they can still get there. Yeah. It's so tight, isn't it?
That table's wrong, man.
You know what's really depressing? The most depressing part. You know what the most depressing part of that table is? You've got Brentford, a London club, Fulham, a London club. You've got Sunderland, newly promoted, Crystal Palace, right? London club, right? And you've got Leeds United, newly promoted. This is the most embarrassing season that we have had since 93-94.
Look, it is, Guy. You're right, and I just think going back to that kind of Fulham, if they got something to play for, they have, but they never really do they? They never really push themselves. Last season, they were pretty high up, I remember, and they fell away. And it's just probably because of their squad. They just don't have the quality. They don't have the squad to keep up to challenge for a European place. But if they pushed themselves and got a few wins in a row, they could make a European place. They're only 6 points behind Brentford in 7th.
Yeah, and we're not even talking about the coefficients. We're not even talking about the coefficients or the FA Cup result or any of that. It's all right. It's dark times being a Spurs fan.
It is dark times, man. Just back to the kind of, I don't even know about the kind of reaction from the fan base, Matt. Do you want to come in here about the reaction of the fan base? Is it just going to be, we're getting relegated again? This is what happens every time we lose. Everyone says we're going to be relegated. We're going down.
Yeah, look, we're in the digital era where every moment, every possible thing is scrutinized. Everything's under the microscope. So it's this constant pantomime. We're going to win the league. We're going to get relegated. He's the best player in the world. He's shit. He's missed a penalty. So we're in this world. So I think it's just going to come. The fleas come with the dog, Dan. So you're going to get a period of the fan base, which is going to go into meltdown, and you're going to get another section that's going to be like, well, mathematically we're still in with the show. So it's difficult to kind of tell people how they're going to feel or what they should feel. I respect every Spurs fan, and they can laugh, they can cry, they can cheer. But for me personally, I hope we will put it into perspective.
Matt, if we do lose tomorrow, how are you going to feel, mate? Honestly, tell us.
Obviously disappointed, Dan. Listen, I you speak to my missus, mate. If Spurs lose, she leaves me alone. She leaves me alone for a good hour. Honestly,
Oh,
she
if
leaves me
Spurs
alone.
lose, my missus just trolls me, mate. My missus, she's an Arsenal
Nah.
fan. She just trolls me, mate.
I got trolled
No,
last Sunday
no.
massively as well. I got trolled.
You know,
I think if
massively.
we get beat tomorrow, it makes Thursday's game virtually a must-win.
Thursday? Is that the next Premier League game?
Palace next Thursday.
Is it midweek?
at home.
Cookie?
Yeah.
Yes, midweek.
Yeah.
Midweek at home. Thursday night.
Oh, I might go to that game.
We got
And the longer
we
it
got to
goes
stop the
on-
rot. We have to stop. We got to stop the
We've got
rot.
to come out of that game with something. We've got to come out with something in
Gotta
that
stop the
game.
rot.
It's simple as
Got
that,
to
isn't
stop
it?
the rot. You know,
Yeah.
the most important, because I understand, you know, we're going to look at Crystal Palace and, oh, God, we might get a win there. And we look at the Forest game to 6-pointer. But that's, for me, that's too far into the distance. The most important game is tomorrow. That's the most important game. If we get a positive result from that, it puts us in a little bit more of a better mood, fans and the playing staff and Tudor and hopefully the media get off his case. He's already getting loaded questions.
The media don't like him. You know that. The media don't like him. No,
They're
like
after
him at all.
They're after him.
The media.
They're after him.
They are. You're right. They are after him. I can't hear anyone say anything good about him at all. Everyone thinks he's going to fail. A lot of the fan base think he's going to fail. He ain't got a lot of people behind him. I'll tell you that much.
It is what it is at the end of the day, Dan, isn't it? We don't put these people in place.
No.
You know, we're not the ones making the decisions who are putting crap managers, that ain't the right fit for the club.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
True.
And it don't matter. You can go back. I don't care if Ange won a Europa or not. He was not the right fit for the club. Unfortunately. And until they find the manager that's the right fit for the club, whether that be everyone's big, Pochettino, whoever it is, for me, I'm getting to the stage now where I just want to have a clean slate. I'd like to have a totally different clean slate for the start of next season. And like these lads say, let's build the mentality from the bottom because we can't get no lower. Do you know what I mean?
Cookie, we can talk about it. Let's just finish the Fulham chat. Let's go to the chat as well. Big up to Scott. Scott's gone 3-0 Fulham. Nitar's gone 2-1. I will never beat down my Tottenham Hotspur. I can take a screw face. 10 games will be left. Bollock off. We know nothing. COYS always. Fair enough. Back in your team. Big up. Big up. Jordan, sorry, 2 hots. Spurs will compete, but I sense a slim defeat. But any result will shock me. This is it now, isn't it? Fans will be surprised if there's a win.
Yeah, will we be shocked if we actually win this?
Look, let's wait. Let's wait tomorrow. Let's deal with it tomorrow, honestly, guys. I don't know. It depends on the performance, depends on how the game goes. We just don't know what we're going to be served up. Honestly, we have no clue. Scott reckons it'll be a walk in the park for Fulham. It will not shock me. Then we got Johnny Tottenham in the chat. Big up to you. He's talking about Amanda Staveley. Yeah, I saw it. I can't get my head around those things right now. All my focus is on the kind of games and trying to get enough points. But look, we'll see if that comes ahead in. I
wonder if
summer.
that 3 billion stands if we get relegated.
No, it won't, will it? It won't. It won't. This is what I mean. I kind of find it. Why release an article like that now?
It's bad, isn't it?
Why release an article like that now? And we had one the other week. What was the other one the other day about the board are finally going to change their ways?
The wage structure.
The wage structure. Yes.
Yeah, come on.
Oh my God. What a load of PR bullshit.
Honestly. Just
believe
fuck
it when I
off,
see it.
honestly. What they? I don't know. And who was it who released it? It was quite a known journalist, wasn't it, as well? So look, it's mental stuff. Jordan says if Fulham are at their level, they'll win. It's on them. Fair enough. Spurs were cheated out of the goal. Mark.
Oh well, that's that. What you're talking about the Arsenal game, Jordan?
Yeah, he must be. Yeah,
I take it. Yeah, you can't put your hands on anyone nowadays, Jordan. Unfortunately, for me, it wasn't a foul. Yeah, it wasn't a foul for me. He didn't push him. He basically rested his hands on the back. He felt him and he went over. You know, and the refs bought it. So good luck to the fella. He's got away with it. At the end of the day, he got a foul out of it. The goal was disallowed. What can you do, Jordan? What can you do about it? There's nothing that we can do. But for me, it weren't a foul. I think he played it.
Yeah, it should have been the goal, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's today's football, Dan. Today's refereeing.
It is Cookie. Big up to Binny Guy. Evening to you. Hope you're good.
Big up, Bins.
Scott said worst season since last season. But big up to Jimmy Hotspur. How you doing, man? Big up, guys. Jim. Good evenings. Results went our way today. We must capitalise. Yeah, fair
you
enough.
You home yet, Jim? Jim, you home from Tenerife yet, or what?
He's on holiday, isn't he? Yeah, he's having. He had a horrible experience watching that Arsenal game.
I bet he
told
did.
Us, yeah, he did. He was in the bar with a bunch of Arsenal fans. Oh my days, awful. Hey, let's talk about ruin your holiday. Oh mate, hope you've had a good one anyway. Spurs.
He's a top geezer, Jim. By the way, he's a top bloke, Jimmy.
Yeah,
lovely
definitely. Bloke. Yeah, Vindaloo saying well said. Cookie Drilla says, let's have a look. I don't care how bad we've been. We're in this now. We need to get out of this rut and behind the players to be the 12th man. 100%. This is the attitude we need from the fan base. So it really is. With this negative energy, it doesn't help, does it?
I'll tell you now. You know my stance on this football team, Dan. But I promise you, right, to show my support for this team, I will travel down and I will get a ticket to an home game.
We'll be there with you, Cooks, because you know I got home games.
I will do that. I will, because I do support the team. I don't want the team to go down. However shit I might think they are at the moment, because you know, Dan, I am the realism channel, right? However shit we are at the moment, it doesn't mean that I don't want Tottenham to win. If I say, you ask me, what's the score going to be tomorrow? I think Fulham will win tomorrow. That's just my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. Yeah. I really hope I'm wrong. Yeah, but I don't see
We always want to be proved wrong, Cooks. We want to be proved wrong. I don't see
anything at the moment that tells me we beat Fulham tomorrow. And I don't. They've got to show me first.
Fair enough, Cookie, mate. Look, we should be getting behind the team, man. What Spurs fans wants us to lose, man? That's terrible. That's terrible, man. I don't think anyone I've heard say that wanting us to lose. No. Jimmy's gone for a 2-1 Fulham, unfortunately for me. Hope I'm wrong. Mash up, Vindaloo, Drilla. I'm not going against us. Can't do it. 2-1 to us. And if that is being emotional, so be it. You're just backing your team, Drilla. You're just backing your team. Any more predictions in the chat before we go on to anything else we want to talk about? Danny in the chat. Big up, Danny. Hope you're good, man.
DK.
Nice to see you, Philly. Scott says what Scott's saying. We gladly use our logic to predict games, not to be clueless, delusional, happy clapper. Look, it's just hope in it really at the moment. It's just hope. There's no evidence to say that we're going to suddenly turn this around, but we'll see. We will see. Okay, guys. Over to you lot. What do you want to talk about? What's been bothering you? What's on your mind? Anybody want to share anything about anything to do with Spurs? Anything at all? It's your time to speak up.
We're winning the league, mate. We're winning the league. We're winning the league.
Don't be so fucking stupid, guy. Talk sense, for God's sake. What's the matter with you, man?
Guy, people might want to talk about the Champions League draw. I don't know. Whatever you want. Anyone in the chat, any questions? Fire away.
Look, the Champions League, we can talk about the Champions League. I do think we will beat Atleti. Atleti have not been doing well. They have not. I think no, they have not. They have not. They've got Lookman, who we were in for, but I think we can beat them. Come on. You think we're not going to beat Atleti?
Listen,
I would be shocked.
I would be absolutely shocked if we beat Atleti over 2 legs.
Really?
Absolutely.
Over 2 legs? No.
Over 2 legs. I didn't say 2 legs. I said we will beat them. I didn't say what game.
At home. Are you talking about at home or away, guy?
No, away, bro.
Away, bro. Listen, you ain't even got to worry about the players.
Conor Gallagher revenge, bro. 2 goals up. Let's go. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, I'm trolling, by the way, just to let you know.
I think Simeone would have something to say about that, to be quite
honest with you.
Just without the players he's got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I watched them the other day and they're bringing Griezmann on a sub. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I at the end of the day, the Champions League hopes, for me, there is no hope. To me, it's a competition that we are in. I don't pay any attention to. I really don't. Because for me, again, one aim, not to be relegated. The Champions League for me is just like, okay, cool. At the end of the day, I always said this: if Barca are going to play us at home, I'm going to buy tickets. Hell's yeah, because I want to see Lamine Yamal play again because he's a great player. And Rafinha, who we were in for, but we did not put the money down. Hey, yeah, what are you scoffing for, Cooks?
You wouldn't catch
scoffing
me at
Rafinha,
mate, getting us done 9-0 with your mouth scoring 5 at White Hart Lane. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Jesus, you're going to pay to watch that.
But yeah, remember, we were in for Rafinha before he left Leeds and we just couldn't cough up the coffers. And Rafinha is a great 11. He's a great 11. Great winger. Good team. Good player.
Guys, what about this Chris Cowling? Sorry, what that big statement he made on X.
What's happened? What's happened with that?
What?
He was the one who did the video of Van der Ven, and he was.
We got the wrong end of the stick. We got the wrong end of the stick. Well, my shock.
Got called out for it, didn't he? Big style on social media. So he's wrote a massive statement explaining what he saw, what he explained, da-di-da. And that was it, really. It just went on, and I'm reading it, and it's going on and on.
Yeah, it was a sorry state of affairs, wasn't it? Really. Look, Chris Cowling, for me, I had a bad experience with him, so I don't really think much of him, to be honest. He kicked me off his show when I went on there and challenged him.
Mate, not publicly.
When I went on and challenged him, he kicked me off.
Yeah.
He kicked me off.
Yeah,
he didn't like it. He didn't like the conversation.
Yeah.
Guy,
for me,
he didn't like the conversation. Guy, mate, just let me finish, mate.
Yeah, go on.
I think you might be lagging, mate. You're lagging. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, I was just saying. I was just talking about Chris Cowling. Yeah, like, I went on his show last year, and he didn't like it when I challenged him. And he kicked me off. And then what he did, he deleted the video, and then he cut my bit out, and then he reposted it because it looked bad. It looked awful on him because I wasn't rude. I was just questioning him. I was just challenging him and his mate on the show as well. You're always on there. But I don't know, Chris Cowling. He obviously does very well, doesn't he, on YouTube? He's done very well with his career. He's a big Spurs fan. Takes a lot of stick, doesn't he? It's not a fan really for me. Guys, what do you reckon?
I just think that video that he posted created too much noise. And again, I go around because here's the thing, I'm a no bullshit person, right? I just think that created too much noise and too much discussion on things that did not matter. And the manager just comes out and goes, I wasn't even talking about Van der Ven. I don't know where this is coming from. So to me, I just think it creates too much noise. And I don't like channels that buy views.
Right. What do you mean, Guy?
Oh, I'm just saying that you could pay for views and all of that. I'm just saying.
Okay. Are you calling anyone out particularly, or just generally?
Oh yeah. I am.
You're gonna say? We're gonna keep that one private in the private.
I'm just saying. The meteoric rise of a channel it's just a bit, suspect when you look into it. I'm just saying.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think
Anyone else?
organic channels. I think organic channels like yourself and Cookie should be respected a lot more than someone going to a game and recording a 5 minute short and calling out Van der Ven and it being seen as Van der Ven, and the manager says otherwise. So either the manager is lying or you are.
Well, it created a storm, didn't it? That video. Let's be honest here, didn't it? It created a big storm because he said that he was pushing the whole team up the pitch, not just Van der Ven. Guys, what's your takes on it? Cookie, Matt?
Go on, Cookie.
Well, from the video, it looked like he was calling Van der Ven, didn't it, from the angle, But listen, if the manager says he was calling them all up to push them up the pitch, what can you do, mate? Chris obviously saw it his way, and he reported it that the way he saw it. So whoever's right, whoever's wrong, it is what it is, man. And I do you know what? I'm not into this calling people, other YouTubers out. And I'm not, because they do their thing. Do you know what I mean? And whatever that is, if people watch it.
Cookie, mate, I'll tell you what, Cookie, if someone done you a wrong'un, you'd be calling them out, mate.
Oh, I'm sure I would, Dan.
He done me a wrong'un, so I'm
and all I
calling him
will
out.
say is,
I've had to call him out, mate.
Dan, what I will say is, he's more than welcome to come on my channel.
He never will, would he? He never will. He would never go on anyone's channel.
Well, I can only ask, can't I? If you're watching, Chris, you're more than welcome to come on the Two Marks, mate.
Yeah, come on, Cookie's channel, man.
Want to have a rip up?
Fair enough, Cookie. Matt, what's your take on it, mate? The whole Van der Ven drama.
Obviously, I don't have a YouTube channel, so I don't know the full impact of what he's been accused of, and if he's guilty as charged. I don't know. I did read a bit of his defense or whatever else, and the general gist I got is that people got a bit nasty in some of the messages back to him, which I don't think is right personally. No. But I kind of the saying the fleas come with the dog. So I guess when you've got such a big profile, it attracts a little bit of jealousy at times as well. So it's sad. It's sad if people are saying real personal stuff in his, whether it's his Twitter or his email address or however they're communicating back to him. I don't think that's particularly great, but it's difficult. It's difficult because as Cookie said, when I briefly looked at it, the angle looked like it was zooming in on Van der Ven and he was blanking him, but obviously his response, the manager, has been very clear that he never ignored me. And
because Matt, Van der Ven got a lot of stick, mate. Van der Ven got so much stick from the fan base that he doesn't care. Look at him, he's not listening to this manager now. He's already with
he's
Frank.
in a departure lounge. I heard all of that, and this is what I said earlier, Dan, that I think because we're in this digital age, everything is under the microscope. Every eyebrow. If a manager puts his hands in his pockets, if he doesn't look at the camera when he's been interviewed, everything causes a storm, an opinion. So I think it's the age we're in, I'm afraid. I wonder what they would have said of Brian Clough. I wonder if the digital age was around when Brian Clough was in the dugout, when he was clipping fans around the ears when they were running on the pitch. Can you imagine? He'd have gone to jail for that now. So, look, my brief observation of Chris, and I haven't watched a lot of him, I think he's all right. That's just my brief. I've never spoke to him. He probably doesn't even know I exist, but he seems all right. That's it. So it's a shame if it got to the personal levels that it's suggesting it got to, because nobody really warrants that. You know,
no, it's not. It's not nice. It's not nice to get that level of abuse. Whatever you think of the guy, you don't have to watch him. Don't have to follow him. Do you know what I mean? It's your choice. You know, there's plenty of YouTubers that you can watch. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to follow him. You don't have to watch him. I don't watch him, but he has got a big following. A lot of people like his content. Fair enough. Their choice, isn't it? You know, people can watch what they want. Let's move on from that. Matt, any kind of burning questions or anything on your mind about Spurs? I've got an idea on what I want to ask you all, but I want to hear from you lot first.
I just as we've said earlier, I just want to focus all my energy, all my love, hate, everything to us getting 3 points. That is the be all and end all for me. I just wish, as a fan base, we would just ignore the name of the manager, whether it's Tudor, whether it's Frank, whether it's Ange. We are in some serious jeopardy at the moment. So just put all your personal beliefs to one side. Make sure we just get behind whoever's playing, whether we like or dislike the player. We have to get enough points to be in the Premier League next season. That's what my wish. The channels I watch sometimes, I think we get into this, he's shit, he fucking shouldn't be here. But that's not going to get us anywhere. It's not going to get us anywhere. The 28th of February, that is not going to help the situation. We have to pray, tell shins one in tomorrow, or, you know, it comes off the back of the goalkeeper, hits the crossbar, and we win 1-0. That's what we're going to hope for, and I don't care.
No,
I don't care.
Right. It's desperate, isn't it, right now? Guy, you're going to wear a lucky shirt tomorrow, mate?
Oh, what, of the 50 that I own? Yeah, I'm doing a watch along with Spurs U Asian TV. I'm on in the morning with Ricky Villa TV. Look, I need 3 points from this. I know everyone's saying, oh, we just need a point. I understand that from a points perspective, but I would love to see a win. And I think that we need to instill a winning mentality at Spurs. I really do, because football's about momentum, right? And I just want, again, what I want and what I get are two different things. I want a win. I want a win. I want a win from tomorrow's game. I'm not saying it's a given, but I want it. But yeah.
Fair enough, mate. Yeah. Anyone else? Any final thoughts? There was a question. Sorry, I missed it a little bit earlier. Say hello to Chris. Big up, Chris, mate. Hope you're good.
Chris,
saying we won't go down largely because World War III just broke out. Trump coming to Spurs rescue.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
Big up, man. There was a question. Sorry, I missed it in the chat. I did bring it up. It was about the season tickets. Hold on a second. Let me find it.
Oh, let's not talk about season tickets, because I gave mine up last season and still don't regret it.
I did ask, questions in the chat. So let me find it. Where is it now? I think it was Jimmy. Can't remember where it was now. Can't find it. It was about season tickets anyway.
Yeah, I've got it. It says, do you think fans will delay their season ticket renewals this time?
No, it gets auto-renewed. It gets auto-renewed. It gets auto-renewed. The only reason, right, to actually cancel your season ticket takes a lot of actions, right? You can either cancel the direct debit from your bank, but they're actually still going to take it. So I had to go through 3 steps to cancel my season ticket last season. I had to cancel my direct debit. I had to go on the Spurs One Hotspur membership and cancel it. I then had to go through 3 steps to cancel it because I was done. I'm done. I was done last season. I know we won the Europa League, but I just couldn't do it due to health and other things. But I still got the loyalty points. it's a lot to cancel your season ticket, because every time you get a pop-up, you go, do you want to cancel? Here's the thing, like, it costs a lot of money. I mean, my season ticket a year was 1,650 a year. 1,650 a year. Right? That is
80 notes a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't it?
And here's the thing, the one Hotspur one membership is a direct debit. It does take a lot. And there's a lot of go, oh, the stands are empty. It's because people with season tickets forgot they've got season tickets because it's a subscription.
Okay.
Fair enough, man. And you got a question from Danny in the chat. Guy, what do you want?
Win games. Win some games. That's what I want. Win some games, Spurs. Come on, man.
Fair point.
Fair enough. Cookie, anything you want to talk about? You did mention a little bit earlier about the reset you wanted in the summer. Did you want to talk a bit more about that?
I mean, yeah. Listen, we need to get through this, somehow stay in the division, and then we deal with, as fans, what comes next on the 1st of June, when the new season starts, and what type of reset are we going to have? Is it going to be a reset under ENIC, or are they going to get bought out over however long it takes and someone else comes in? And I don't know, puts a lot of bloody money into it. The right scouts, for one, and have some football people involved in Tottenham Hotspur instead of suits that are just interested in money. I'm not going to go off on one, Dan. I can't see the point of it. It ain't going to get me nowhere, and it will just get me blood pressure up in the air. So, yeah, that's all I want to see. I think most fans that want ENIC out, that's all they want to see. You know, it's easy to say that's all they want to see, but it's a big thing at the end of the day. But for me, under ENIC, I can't see that anything changes, staying up or going down. I don't see why that would push them into spending money, to be quite honest. Some people might say it might. But for me, as a Spurs fan of 57 years, I've seen Tottenham go down once and I never want to see it again. That's where I am, man.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Look, guys, I think we're nearly there now to wrap it up. Yeah, anyone want to say anything? I'm going to close the show down. Big up to everyone in the chat. Smash the like, sub if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much. Sub to Guy, sub to Cookie as well. Their links are in the chat there. Thank you. Yeah, man. Look, it's all about tomorrow, isn't it, really? It's all about tomorrow. We'll see what happens, see what we're served up. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Let's hope we come away with something. We've got something we can hope that we can stay up, really. It's got to be something we see tomorrow. That's it. We don't know, really. I don't really know what else to say. We'll have to wait. We'll have to see. Watch. Get behind the team and pray, really, because it's desperate, isn't it? Desperate situation.
Yeah, certainly is. It certainly is. We will have to wait and see, Dan, won't we? All we can do is wait and see what team he puts out tomorrow and see what they've got in them, mate. And we go from there. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's a wrap. Any final thoughts, guys, or you done?
No, I'm done.
You're done. All right. All right. Big up everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for watching and all your comments. Take care of yourselves. Let's hope for a Spurs wins tomorrow. Good night, everyone. And as always, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.